Hey guys, welcome back. This is JR. I want to show you guys where I'm at today. I just left my buddy's place in Daytona and another buddy in Jacksonville. Headed down south to Port St. Lucie, I think. I got another buddy that I haven't seen, disappeared off of Facebook, and he friended me on Instagram. So I'm going to go see him since I haven't seen him in a while. His name is Benji. He used to be a 13 Fox. He used to be a fister. So fire support guys, calls the Apaches whenever we get in trouble. So I was headed down there, but I took a little detour. One of the perks of living in a truck is being able to change your mind and turn around and make left and right turns off the highway. And if it doesn't pan out, be able to come back out and be on your way. I was lucky enough that this panned out very well. Just follow this road down. The highway is down that way, and this is just right off the highway. This is the Indian River, I believe. So yeah, today I'm going to show you guys an update on the interior. Like I said, I spruced it up a little bit after 4 months of traveling around. Kind of gets dull in there, so I'm going to show you guys the inside as well as my kayak and all the little knickknacks that I have in the truck as well. I got a couple requests for the kayak and what all I have in the truck in regards to recreational activities. So let me go ahead and start up front, show you guys my view as well. There's these trees that line the bank, and in between they have a little spots like this that they cleared out for people's trucks whenever they want to go fishing. Well, I found this sweet little spot right off the banks here, and I'm gonna go kayaking. There's manatees around here somewhere. Hopefully none of those super pythons or whatever those things are, the aggressive rock pythons people just let loose and just start procreating and wandering the areas down here in Florida. I think that's in Miami. So hopefully there's none down here. I really don't like snakes. So let me start off with my kayak. It was neon orange, as you can see. I tried to paint it urban camo. I used spray paint that didn't really work quite well. It said it was supposed to adhere to plastic, and it did on some parts, but after a while I was driving up New Jersey. Oh, we got plenty of fishes here. I might bust out my fishing pole in a little bit and fish too. So, but anyway, started chipping away. While I was up in Michigan, I started sanding it, priming it for another paint job. I've just been too lazy and I haven't found a place where I can set it down and actually paint. So this is the 10-footer. Costs under $200 at Walmart. You can spend a couple $100 on a good kayak, but from my opinion, there's really no difference. It just looks cooler, I guess. But I can paddle just as easily as you can. And, well, unless you got like the really skinny ones, so of course, the skinnier it is, the longer it is, the more you can go faster and go straight. I just got this because I like kayaking. I like being out on the water. And I chose the open top because Zoe usually sits in the middle, and Shmoo sits up front, or he sits back here. If you're wondering where Zoe's at, she is up in North Carolina. I got somebody taking care of her. I didn't know how hot it was going to be down here, so I didn't want to risk putting them in the truck in the heat just in case I needed to go somewhere. My Facebook page is constantly bombarded with interesting people down here in Florida being arrested for some very interesting things, very peculiar things. So I didn't want to leave them in the truck if I have to go run to Walmart, if I need to go bathroom or something. And when I do that, I leave the truck on and I leave the AC on, but I still don't want somebody breaking my window thinking that my dogs are dying in there when they're clearly not. So it's just me and Shmoo. He's been doing really well. He just sleeps in the back and he barely barks. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen me stuff them in my backpack and It's actually this backpack. That's my daily carry bag. I put him in there and just walked around REI because I was trying to look for a little stool. Didn't find anything, but that's alright. So he's even got his little life vest on. So yeah, so the open top works very well. You just got to Google up how to paddle, because I took it out into the lake and I was just spinning around in circles until I figured out to straighten my arms and use my hips and whatnot. Now, the type of life vest that I use is the fishing ones, just because you got pouches. Of course, I'm going to take my cameras with me, but if you just have the regular life vests without pockets or anything, it's hard to keep anything on you. So, I don't know if any of these have. Some of these have survival crap too, because my thinking of when I was making Nigel was going to be a bug out vehicle. I just wanted to make one just because I thought it'd be cool. So I thought of every scenario that I could think of for emergencies. Like if I was down here somewhere and there was a hurricane, there was a flood, and I can't drive anywhere. Nigel's stuck in the middle of the street and the water's flooding. I'll have that, and he's got his little life jacket, and I can connect myself to him, and I can just float without having to worry about drowning or trying to find a tree or something. So I got a flashlight, rape whistle. I've also got a bug out bag. This is my old aid bag, repurposed. I saw somewhere on one of my Facebook feeds of a bag that looks like an aid bag on the inside, and they were putting everything in little compartments, and I thought that was really cool. I've got an aid bag. I've got that, something like that, and everything's in its own place. I'll probably make another video about my aid bag, but for now, this is it. I just want to show you guys what I got. I've also got a longboard, just in case I run up to any parks that are kind of flat. This is a Riviera. Nothing too fancy. I bought new wheels, new, I don't know if these are the original trucks. And that's it. Here. No, I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and move into the interior now. Alright, so last video I said I was gonna get rid of my net, which I did, because every time I walked in here I'd be wearing a hat, and as soon as I stepped in here it'd get ripped off because the little button up on top of my hat would get caught in the netting. So I took that down. I still kept the little anchors in place, and it's been working out quite well. I built this overhead storage compartment over the counter, and did some other stuff as well. Let me go ahead and step in here. Ugh, jeez. Now this type of living is not for everybody, obviously. I'm 5'7" and 190 pounds. Put on a little bit of weight, but I can still fit in here. This little door that I just fit through, it's kind of a pain in the ass to go in and out. So if you're a little on the bigger side, this is probably not for you, because my shoulders barely fit in here. I maybe got like 4 inches of wiggle room. So one of the cool things I did with the map, I couldn't really see it with the net on there, and I bought the map because it looked cool. I really didn't know what to do with it, so I just tacked it up on the ceiling. I also had string lights, or string LED lights, weaved through the netting, which I really didn't know what to do with. And I had this idea. I just shoved it behind the map, and then I had the idea of taking the map down and taping the lights to kind of outline the continents. And at night, this is pretty cool. It's like a nightlight, but it's the whole world. Runs on 2 LED batteries each, just tacked up on there. If I need some other lights, again, I got my little hockey puck lights. Alright, so I tested out the dollar store batteries, the D batteries for the fan. It lasted like 4 days. I mean, it's 3 for $3. I ended up going to Walmart and getting the Duracell batteries for like $11 for 8. I mean, and I have this on running for like 8 hours a night, and it usually lasts me close to about a month. The bed sheet that I had before was my Whoopee over there, which since now it's becoming spring, a little bit warmer, I didn't need that thick sleeping bag, so I put that away and started using my Whoopee as my blanket. This is a sleeping bag liner. It's made out of thin fleece, and it's built just like a sleeping bag. The zipper's on the edge over there, and I have the 5-inch by, I'm guessing 36-inch wide by 72, so it's 6 foot long. And this thing fits perfectly on that cushion that I have. Alright, so let's move on here and tell you about all the things I've done. I've relocated my coins down there just because it looks cooler down there and I can actually see it. I added blinds to the window. I was shopping in Lowe's and looking for tint to put on, like window tint to put on the window, because I think it's at 35, maybe less, because you can still see in here. And then it was at the same area as the blinds, so I turned around, looked at the blinds, got this idea. What I did was Gorilla epoxy glue. Make sure to read the directions before you use it. Don't just stick it on top of the window frame and stick the blinds on there like I did. It's not going to work. So you got to mix the two together, because it comes in 2 containers that are separated, and when you squeeze them out, you're supposed to mix it with a little stick and then apply it. I didn't do that. So make sure to read directions. That's a 30-inch wide blind. So is this. As you can see, I cut the cords and I cut the little twisty thingy. The rest of the blinds are shoved behind the counter, because there's a little lip back there, and there's a space between the counter and underneath where the frame is at. So that way the blinds is flush against the window and not like coming straight down and wasting space. This is where I put all my stuff now. I got junk food, miscellaneous crap up here that doesn't get in my way and hit me in the face. I also put a hook up here. I got a little JBL speaker, which is pretty awesome. They're like $50, and it sounds just like a normal speaker. This whole thing is 48 inches long. This is 3/4 by 12 by 48, and this is all one piece, and it was $15. The 2 pieces that are perpendicular are the same piece as this. I just had them cut it down to 17 inches in length, and they're all held together by L brackets and this bracket, because I don't have power tools anymore. Well, I have in that little storage container, I got a power drill, but I didn't have it charged, and I don't want to wait to charge it up. So all this is put together by a screwdriver. I also remounted my my paper towel there, because whenever I have that window open, the paper towel would just unroll and try and come out the window. So this way it's a little bit better. Let me go ahead and show you how this works. So if I want privacy, just close it. Nobody can see in here. If I want to see outside and have my very own riverfront property, I've got that. Like I said, wanted to make this a little bit more homey. I'm here a third of my day. Since I'm full-time and it's raining out, I'm usually here just reading a book or watching movies out of my laptop. I've also put in one of these little rubber mats that you stick in your drawers. because whenever I leave stuff up here, it starts to roll around. I also bought some plants, aloe vera plant, and a little bonsai tree over there. These are the kind of plants that you can just leave and forget about them. I get a lot of sunshine, so my plants are still alive, and makes it a little bit more cozy in here. This is the leftover from the two 17-inch boards that I cut. So this is, I believe, like 13 inches. I was sitting right here in my stool. I got that little black stool outside. I'll prop it up over here, and I'm actually looking for a little shorter stool so I can sit up straight. Because right now I'm very cramped. Since I got this bed, it's hard for me to sit up. So I have to sit down on the ground now or find a stool. And I was eating chicken wings. And every time I put the chicken wings on here, every time I try and go eat chicken wings, I'd hit my head right here. So I had this little extra piece up front in the cab. I went to go grab it, set it down on my lap, and got this bright idea. Ta-da! I went to a surf shop up north of Florida, and they saw my truck. They gave me some free decals. Every time I go someplace like an outdoor store or like a bike store and they got like decals, they usually give me a whole bunch of free ones so I can put it on my truck. This has been working pretty awesome. It's just a regular hinge, and it's up against the counter. That's what's holding it up. And I can use it for food, workspace, and then cooking. I've also got myself a Jetboil System. If you haven't got one of these, they're a little pricey, but I've been using this thing like crazy. It'll boil water in like 3 minutes if you put it on full blast. So I've been making I've actually been cooking more in here instead of like opening this thing up and taking down my Coleman 2-burner cooker and setting that up. I've just really been using this. Since it is spring, I did a ton of spring cleaning. Got rid of a lot of stuff that I basically haven't touched in the last month or two, or since I've put the thing together. So I had these storages down here, and one was for miscellaneous tools, batteries, junk like that, and one was for medications. I haven't even touched anything in there. So what I did was remove my burner back here. All my cooking supplies are now back here. I got my trash bags, Ziploc bags, my foldable sink down there, my canisters, and I bought these 2 cast iron pans for cooking fish and cooking steak or something. I've been craving steak lately, and I wasn't able to do that with some of the cookware that I had. Then everything just stuck to the cookware, even though I put in a whole bunch of cooking oil and ham. This stuff. Food will still stick to those cheap Walmart pans that you get. They just stack onto each other. Doesn't really work out too well. Alright guys, that's it for now. I really don't know what else I've added onto here except for what I've already showed you. So, oh yeah, I've also got LED lights up there, and the switch is connected to the plant. So whenever I turn that on as a night light, plant lights up, and this whole ceiling lights up as well. So that's it. I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm gonna go take my kayak out, take Shmoo with me. I'll take some pictures. Again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, by all means, ask me on Facebook or comment down below. If you haven't already seen, I put up the link to my GoFundMe. I'm heading down to, well, after this Florida visit, I'm going to take a little break because I got to save up for repairs on Nigel. He's reaching about 200,000 miles, and he's starting to break down. So I gotta fix him up, make repairs, because in August is my little sister's wedding. I haven't seen my family back in Seattle since 2012. So I'd like to make the 2,800 mile journey over there without my truck breaking down. So if you like what you see, you like my channel, go ahead and support and give what you can. I'd appreciate anything that you guys can help with, because I need a new engine, new transmission, starting to slip. I gotta fix the suspension on here and make the living room a little bit bigger. I gotta make it for 2 people. So yeah, again, this is JR Shmoo. I'm sorry Zoe's not here, but I promise I'll do another video when I get back from vacation, include her as well. So again, this is JR. I'll see you guys later.